Hey, yo, welcome back to the Paperrocklive, baby, where there's no capital in the show. It's your boy Split Star and sexy ass Jenna. We in the building. How you doing, Jenny? Jenny, you good? Feeling good?
I'm doing great, but see, you tried to beat me to the punchline. I'm not mad at that. You slid it right in.
Did you like my spaghetti?
I'm eating it right now. All right, so this is we can't go into details, but Mr. Star was supposed to have a cooking show along with some other nonsense, and it didn't work out, and that's okay. I think they're missing out. I'm sure what's-her-face isn't cooking nearly as good as you would be cooking, but I will tell you this, I'm impressed with you. And I thought he had a little help from a mysterious person, who shall remain nameless.
Oh, Miss Star? Miss Star is in the building. Let it be known, Miss Star in the building, it's okay.
I wasn't going to blow up the situation, but no.
It's all right, she like what I like.
She was honest. She was honest. She said that you actually had no help and this is all you. So I'm really impressed. That's number one. Number two, he was running late, so I don't know if he was burning the building down or if it was just traffic. I have no idea, but here you are. The food is great. Very impressed with you.
Thank you very much.
Good. Shout out to Split House. Is that what you're rolling out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I got my split house wraps, yes I am, and I'm smoking on guava cake. Hold on.
Who the fuck that is? All right, listen, it's outdoor interview in the afternoon, and things have gotten a little bit out of control. We have QuestCali on deck, and this is
QuestCali in the building.
How y'all doing, man?
Better now. So third time's the charm. For us, it's 2 times, but for you, I've had the pleasure of interviewing you 3 different times on 3 different networks, and it's always a privilege. Thanks for making the time.
Hold on. With that name, that sounds me you from the West Coast.
Nah, it's a long story. When I was younger, I was on the block and shit. I was like the first thing on my block to bring like the Cali bud out there, so they started calling me Cali twice. At that time.
You the plug of the socket.
At that
You the
time.
plug of the socket.
At that time. A long time ago.
Alright?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Nah, it's good to be here. Legend.
We actually had a chance to interview him. I know it's been like 5 years, but that was a great set. So I forget who you were on with that. Was it South?
I don't remember.
We had big Ralph McDaniel. You were there with a big.
Somebody was there, yeah.
A big guest, and I think it's.
That's
That's it, but that's the whole point. I think when I bring people on or we talk about who's to be on the show, it's a who?
We was at DTF.
Yeah. Let's not talk about names and brand.
Yeah.
It's all love.
The other station.
Yeah, like, that's it. We're good with the second station. The first station.
Yeah, I know.
All right, as long as you
The
know.
other station.
The other
Yeah.
station. Okay. All right. So, speaking to this, you just answered the question. How do you get your name? Which I think is important. How long have you been doing this? Tell people how long you've been working on this.
Freestyling for a while, since high school, but like serious probably for like 10 years. When I was in the Hot 97 Summer Jam battle, so I won that battle, and they gave me like a single deal with Duck Down Records. So then after that, I took it a little bit more serious, try to grind with that.
Whatever happened with that?
It was a single deal, Duck Down is real underground, so like, I did the track with them, they selected the beat, I did what I could to it, but it wasn't really my style, per se, like the way they were trying to go. I did I think it was Buckshot Shorty's 10-year anniversary, so he was doing like a little documentary and shit, so we did a track, he was on it, and we put it out there, it was cool, got exposure, he was in the studio.
Speaking to styles, if that was not really up your alley to a certain extent.
Yeah, the beat wasn't mine, to my liking.
Producers you want to
Did you
work
let them
with.
know that?
Oh.
Yeah, it was gave me a selection of beats. I had a selection.
Right.
I picked the best out of the.
So you picked the best out of the batch, but you still had a problem with beats. So you forced yourself.
Yeah.
If I was you, I wouldn't force myself. You know why? Because that right there's an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And regardless to who's on this album, you want to be standing out, you want to stand out, you want to stick out on this album. So you kind of sold yourself short on that.
Yeah, I did that. Now, at the time, like I said, when I won the battle, it just happened quick. You know what I mean? So I wasn't even ready. Like I ended up trying to put a mixtape out quick, cause then I ended up like.
So you sticking with the.
Yeah, I'm trying to move as fast as they said. Like we're gonna have to open up for Noriega and SOBs. Right. So I'm like, we gotta put a project out before we do that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Duck Down Records want to do it soon.
I even feel like even one of them on the team should have said, you know what I'm saying? If you're not feeling this, your man, whoever was with you and knew that you wasn't feeling that, was supposed to tell you, Now, well, let's not
Force it out.
let's not force it. Let's
Hold up, man.
work.
No,
You know what I'm
100%.
saying? So
Good shot.
I wouldn't have forced it because that's what
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
No, definitely. It was a great experience, you know what I mean? But I wish I could always.
It's a
say that.
lesson.
When you can't go back though, you know what I'm saying? So you just live and learn, you know?
It's part of your resume, but going
Yeah.
forward, give me producers that you do like, and that you do wanna work with if you're not already established with them. Are you okay?
I mean,
Now the seat was bugging out. The hydraulic seats, man.
like right now I've been,
Man,
I
hold that
work
up.
with my boy Blazing Beats, Platinum Sellers, I got my man Fredo from the Heights. I've been messing with him since I started rhyming. And I got a European producer, Sway Beats, that he's from London. He's been sending me beats on the strength, you know.
Europe is
Give
what's
a
up.
shout out to all of them.
Europe is what's up. It's a whole different
Yeah.
vibe out there.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're taking the beat.
Light up.
I mean, they're the creators of
Hold the
the
sign up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Originally, the beat was called jungle music, and then what they did was took trap and put it with that, which made it sound like, which made it drip.
Yeah.
But
No.
the original name for it, they did in London, it was called jungle.
And that's what
music.
it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a nice sound.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Homie's nice. He got a good sound with his beats. You know, he works with a lot of people out there. Gigs from out there. I think
Gigs.
Hey, Jake.
Gigs.
One of them dudes. And he's big
Fire.
over there. You know, so he's helping produce his new album. So it's good to have that opening. You know, me link with that dude from over there. You know, overseas.
All right, let's talk post-COVID. Favorite place you traveled up to COVID?
Favorite place I traveled up to COVID.
Musically, I don't care if you were in Hawaii with your girlfriend.
Just,
but
music-wise?
musically, yeah.
Florida. I always have a good vibe when I perform in Florida.
Okay.
And anywhere in Florida, Tampa, Jacksonville, anywhere in Florida, I always get a good reception.
Once this whole COVID thing is over, and I know we can get on planes and travel. I don't care. I can get on a plane and travel. You can get on a plane and travel, right? There's one thing if I'm with my little boo thing and maybe I want to, take a chance of catching COVID to go to, Spain for $5, but you can't get in with an American passport. They don't want you. We are banned from everybody.
Europe don't want it.
Can't do it, and that makes sense.
Yeah, you get on that plane unless you
Can't get
just
back.
want to
Send that
take
shit
a
right
ride.
back. Go back.
Want to take a ride, baby?
Yeah, go back.
14 hours in the sky for no reason.
Yeah, Europe don't want us over there.
Return to
They're
sender.
not playing.
So once things kind of cool down, okay, I don't care if you've been there or not. Where do you want to go? Well, give me an ideal location.
I mean, as much as I love my city, it doesn't matter. Everywhere shows you love. Everywhere shows
Except
you
New
love,
York City.
except New York. Like I was just last weekend. We was in we did a Players Club tour with Noriega.
Nice.
So we did Boston, Rhode Island, and New York. And Boston show nothing but love. Rhode Island show. I got love in New York too, but it's just not the same. You know, New York gives that cold love. Like, yeah, you good. You know what I'm saying? Rhode Island, they'll come up to you like, yo, you are nice, bro. Like, yo, give me your information. Everybody be like, yeah, my guy.
Back in the day, they used to give you mad love.
Yeah.
Now, it's dick riders.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I say dick rider, like, they front on you now, you get to popping,
And
come
then-
back through, yo.
I remember you.
That's my guy.
Remember that day in that show?
I can't take it. I can't take
That's a
it.
fact though.
I can't take it.
So I saw that this weekend. I'm like, damn, like they would show love though, but it was just like a cold. I'm like, yo, nice.
That's New York for you, though.
Yeah, that's New York. As I said, people know that we competitive, man. It's fast paced over here. We run circles around the world, you know. So I'm not mad at it. I just know that when you go out of town, though, everybody, you know better than anybody. You've been everywhere, bro.
Yo, man.
They show the crazy
They
love
do
out
show.
there.
They do. I ain't gonna lie. They be in certain countries.
Right?
I can't even like in New
Couldn't
York.
imagine.
New York is me. I'm New York. So if I go in the store and somebody see me, they're like, "Oh, but us living," and it's cool, you know. But if I go to a place like Frankfurt in Germany or some shit like that, oh my God! And then it's sitting there, and I'm like, yo, hold the fuck on. What happened? Because they spaz out. I get the Michael Jackson shit. When I say the Michael Jackson shit, I never told nobody I was a sex symbol, my nigga. But in certain countries, little mama see Spliffy that she feel like she had me on her wall in pictures I don't even remember taking, nigga. Okay? And I see the cry come down like, oh my God, and they do the nervous shaking. I feel like Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? I only seen that shit happen for Michael. Don't hate.
I'm not. I would pay. I don't get that kind of response.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
I'm not hating. I think it's great.
They saw you in the Bronx and did the same thing.
In the Bronx, hell no, they don't like, you know. Bronx is like, all right, so now that we understand that traveling is it.
It is it.
I miss it. That's one thing I do regret that we can't do this right now. Speaking back to COVID, you've been doing this for a long time before COVID. Biggest obstacle with COVID, the hindrance that it's caused the last 5 months on your career, something you've been building. And whereas you're back with Nori now, that's fine, but there was still a gap in 2020, which is the year of kill yourself, right? How are you getting back into the swing of things?
Like right before the COVID hit, I had put a project out, Streets Don't Love Nobody, and I dropped it as soon as, like 2 weeks after that, they shut the city down, so I wasn't able to promote it, really shoot no videos for it,
Right.
nothing happened, you know, and then with music, it's like, it's a momentum thing. You do a video, they start to check for you, you do a show, they start to check for you, then you doing this, and the minute you slow down, you stop, it's like, all right, I forgot about this dude, until you do something again, you know what I'm saying, when you're trying to build up that flow, and that, you know, that buzz. So it slowed everything back down, you know what I'm saying? But I try to stay active in the crib, you know. We was doing little videos on IG, the IG stories, and you know, we had little battles with me and my mans and shit like that. You know, we was just doing whatever we could to just stay active on social media for the time being. And I worked on a new project I just dropped on Friday, you know. It's a Volume 2. We put out Friday, so the one before coronavirus. And
Yeah, Streets Don't Love Nobody, right, exactly.
That was the one before COVID.
Okay,
And now the new one is It's a Volume 2.
one more time?
It's a vibe.
That's it.
Volume 2, yeah.
So the COVID's not a vibe. Tell me about the project.
It's a vibe. It's just a moment. It's just whatever you feeling at the time. You know, because I make music like that. Like it's just at the moment. If I'm happy with my wifey, the music gonna reflect that. I might make something for the girls. If I'm tired of her shit, I might make something about that. And you know what I'm saying? Everything is just off my vibe.
Ain't
You know
that
what I mean?
shit crazy?
I don't lie about my music. I
You
just
happy, you be like,
Yeah, I don't try to-
love you, baby. And then you get mad, be like, bitch, get the fuck out of my house.
I never loved you. I never loved you.
I got you.
People say fucked up shit when they're mad or drunk. Let me tell you something. I had a little situation over the course of the week, and let me tell you.
It sucks.
And sometimes you have to realize the person's, you know, a little bit, you know what I'm saying, a little high strung.
I would say
And you
women
just
are
walk
more
away.
dangerous when they want to get you. Like we could, as men, we could sit there and scream like, and call out her name and all that. She say one
They
thing.
got the special golden
Yeah,
voice.
she say one thing so,
Just waiting for you.
and they hit you with it gently. That just fucks with you, your manhood. You're fucking
But
destroyed.
this is why you get into an
You're
argument.
destroyed.
When you get into an argument with certain people, women stay quiet. Because it's one sentence.
Yeah.
And you can't take
It's
that
a
back.
look. It's a look.
Nah,
You get the look, it's a
and
statement.
they say
Right
that
before the
one
sentence
It's a
thing
statement.
that bring your whole manhood down,
That's
nigga.
it.
Down.
And you was mad over some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And did all of this. Because I didn't do the dishes. I don't fucking stuff. Anyway. Oh, I got producers, big time. Okay. Oh, give me one thing you learned about yourself during COVID. It could be anything.
I mean, what I learned through COVID, nothing will stop my hustle or my ambition. You know what I mean? Like, I just found more creative ways to stay relevant or to get money. You know, and nothing changes. You know, no matter what, the pandemic, epidemic, anything. Like, it's still gonna find a way to make money. I'm still gonna find a way to be creative. I'm still gonna find something to chase. Even if it's not music, I started doing videos and make my own videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, just figure out something else.
Talk about your team. I mean, your partner comes behind you, and
This is my China White, day one homie, one of my best friends. Management, part of my management team. You know, he helps me with everything I have to do. He helps me produce tracks. You know, he might hear something that he wants to fix, and you know, I'm just a writer. I just come in, I make the music, and then he might, you know, he'll fix it, format it, and we just move it like that. Helps the music go faster. You know.
That's very important. Anybody else on your team you want to shout out before you get cut? You
yeah,
know,
of
'cause
course.
you just picked him up. You don't want to go home.
Yeah, Dro Brio. You know
Okay.
Dro.
I love Tro.
Yeah.
I love
He was
him.
supposed to come, but
Why he ain't come?
I don't know. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. That's a good-looking guy. That motherfucker
I'll make
is
sure
sexy.
I'll text
He
him.
knows. I speak to him all the time. I
Yeah,
know.
oh yeah?
Yeah. He's a little milk on head. You know what I'm saying?
Milk that head.
Oh, man. Yeah. Let me tell you, it's important to have good-looking people around you. Guys, girls. It's true. You don't want to be the cute person in the group and you're fucked up. It's true.
I'm just bugging because she be,
Milk that head. Oh man.
she be plotting. Man. Like,
You blind my boy.
No, that's,
He's cool
listen,
though, yeah.
I know, because again, after that interview, you know how you just meet somebody and you like the person? I don't know you, but I know you through him, and now we're besties. It's 5 years,
cool.
you know,
Yeah,
you Instagram,
I
how
do
you
believe
doing?
that. You ain't supposed to be having some ugly ass friends. I
Can't do it.
take that shit.
What makes it easy though is this new wave of what the fuck. So, you know, now you're fucked up. If
You
you're
can
dating
be ugly
during,
as shit like that.
if you're dating during COVID, you don't know what the hell you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, you gotta wait to flirt.
The
Yeah.
eyes look great, but she has a full blown goatee, and then there's no going back.
Then I go back.
You're in the house, panties are off, there's 4 or 5 drinks, you know, ready. You're
It's
invested.
COVID.
You're invested.
Blame it on COVID.
Blame it on COVID. Blame it on the COVID. That's a song.
Blame it on COVID.
COVID babies.
Yeah, I can hear that. I can hear
COVID
that.
babies.
COVID.
We gonna see that soon.
Next, it's gonna be flooded with the kids next year.
Which is ridiculous.
We-
Nobody
we-
wants
we
the
all
kids they have
gonna be
anyway. You know what I'm
laughing.
saying? They have a kid, they're badass, and I think it's now I'm the teacher. Right? 10 years later, my daughter's like this. I don't know my fucking multiplication times tables because you dumb bitch. I can't help you. I can't help you. I pull out my iPhone calculator and that's how I do this.
Yeah, I see everybody stressed out with that online.
With 10 years in the game, you've watched the transition from CDs, you know, just the whole shebang. Where do you think music is going? We had a little brief conversation next door. Where do you think music is transitioning to or transiting to?
Things will be virtual performances, everything virtual.
Yep. Mhm.
And the money's, you know, is less and less in the streams and the
Mhm.
actual music, you know?
Mhm.
So I think it's just gonna be virtual.
It's slowly but
performances.
surely disappearing.
Yeah.
How do we fix that? Social media to me was great years ago because it gave the underdog a chance to come out and present a project.
Mhm.
With the extension of social media, though, it's flooded everything. Everyone's a fucking rapper. Everyone's a DJ.
Everybody's everything. yeah.
Okay, everybody's a prostitute. I'm sorry, stripper. I mean, what do you call them?
OnlyFans.
Oh, you know, right? So, and I'm okay with that. You gotta pay your bills. Like I said, if I had a different situation body-wise, this could be a whole different conversation.
Yeah, you're making a lot of money on there, bro.
I'm thinking my phone sex. You gave me a good idea. Let me do the research. Anyway, back to you. Where's the music going? Outside of virtual, like what else? Performances?
Performances, everything virtual, man. Like you see them performing in video games. They do the little concerts in Fortnite now. This is gonna keep going like that.
Is it Fortnite?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Fortnite.
Who is that? Is that on Roblox? What is
It's
that?
video
Fortnite's a
games,
separate
Fortnite.
game. Roblox is another game. That's for
You said
a
Travis
little
Scott?
younger.
Travis Scott did it.
Oh, Travis Scott. He
Yeah,
also
I
did
think
the McDonald's
Travis Scott,
commercial.
I
What you
think,
call
I think
that?
the Weekend,
Fortnite?
Fortnite, yeah, they
Yo.
performed.
That's what I hear about.
Let me explain something to you. This little kid, oh God, this little kid, I never knew about the game. I ain't know. So I seen him play the video game, okay? I'm like, yeah, you it's late at night, boy, go to sleep.
Yelling at the
He like,
computer.
you like, nah. He's like, I'm playing my game. I'm like, all right.
Beat the shit out of him.
So I went to sleep. I woke back up. It's about 3:30 in the morning.
Still up.
He's still up on this. I'm like, yo, stop, what are you playing?
Beat the shit
But
out
now I'm hearing a fucking posse in his head go, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? He said, yo, I'm playing this kid in France. There's another one in Italy. Yo, I'm playing my friends. I'm like, yo, y'all got no fucking bedtime, yo. They play, yo, he played that, I ain't gonna no lie, he played it all the way till 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
From the day till that morning I woke up
Yo.
to 12 in the afternoon.
It's not
and
allowed.
they serious about it.
Serious. It's
Yo,
disturbing.
and in his headphones, it's like 20 niggas.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Yeah.
I have an 8-year-old, 9-year-old. Watch out. Roblox is this new fucking thing. My kid has to do virtual learning, so she's like, oh, this is a math program. I don't fucking know, right? It's like dragons and like twos are like foaming out of their ass. I'm like, it's gotta be a math thing. It's not. It's Roblox. And she's
Gotcha.
engaging with, yeah, I don't, you know, I'm a loser. And then I go on her search history, and I'm like, I can see what you're doing, right? I can, I got Mrs. Pole, her teacher calling me. Your boy hasn't done shit all week. I go, that's bullshit. She's been on the computer. 'Cause you're defensive with your child until you realize your child was the problem. I don't want to do my She knows that, and then guess what? I blame myself. I was never a serious student, right?
Is she good in the game though?
She's fucking playing the
So,
game.
because back in the day, they used to tell you, like, my mom be like, yo, you can't play video games all day, you gotta do your homework, you remember? All right, boom. Now these little motherfuckers are making $10-20 million playing video games, so you can't even tell your kid, stop playing video games. You got a better chance playing video games and getting $1 million than go to school. That shit is crazy.
I would be okay with that. I'm not kidding. But with my daughter, she's basically
But they gotta be
watching
good, though.
YouTube.
If you watch your kid playing, it's trash, you tell her, cut the shit, you're not good.
She's a good artist. My daughter's
Niggas cut the
You're
shit.
not good. And if you watch him, you're like, you're pretty fucking good. You know you keep playing. Don't worry about homework. I got you. If you trash, get your ass back in the books, because you're not gonna get into esports or whatever
You'll
that
get
shit's
dinner
called.
tonight.
Right.
It's true.
That little kid would kill himself.
Kid made like $100 million. He won a tournament. And
Yeah,
I think
you
he
don't
won-
know about that.
Call of
But he's
Duty,
in the
bro.
Call of
tournament.
Duty.
All the other kids are just playing, burning up
You know how you feel?
electricity
You go to
and
work and
wasting
then you see
time.
these motherfuckers making $100 million playing video games.
It's
like
a
fucking
10-year-old
clown.
getting paid thousands and thousands of dollars per day just to play with Play-Doh. How do I know this? Because my kid's watching it. I go, you have
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking
You can on
toy.
YouTube.
They're playing with like the dentist Play-Doh thing, and I got it for her because she was obsessed with the video. Fill the fucking cavity and stop watching this mother. Yeah, why are you watching his video? And this is where we're at. So whereas the viral sensation is there, it's harder to be viral because of the everything is so crowded.
It's oversaturated, yeah.
How do you separate yourself?
I mean, some people got charisma, personality, and they just gonna show. I mean, everything starts with consistency, though, because you can have personality. If you're not consistent, it doesn't matter. If the person that doesn't have charisma and he's consistent is gonna get a lot further than the person that, you know. So it's just the people that are that really are charismatic is always gonna show if they put the work in. Hard work is gonna always be talent, you know. Talent, don't work hard.
Well, that's why we have a lot of garbage on the radio. And let me just say something. I have no problem pulling out the Pandora and putting on like Phil Collins or Sade. I'm not dealing with this shit. I like you and I like your music, which is why you're here. Let's talk about your newest project. We did, but give me some tracks that are off that we need. So give me off the project. What are we looking for?
Off the project,
Yes. I know it's a vibe. I get that. What am I getting? What kind of? Because my vibe for COVID was what the fuck. It was like cooking, cleaning. It was a lot. It was a lot of you in the house. What else can you do? You're going outside. It's a ghost town. Am I gonna get stabbed in my? You know what I'm saying? Going to the supermarket. It was like fucking scary. So it's a vibe. What vibe? Because my vibe for COVID, I don't want to relive that ever.
I mean, it just goes through the motions. Like if you listen to it, it got some smooth, it got some energy on it, then it got some deep thought on it. You know, it just goes with the motions. Like it's a different track. Every track it sounds way different than the next track. Every beat is different from the next beat. Every hook, every concept is not nothing sticks to like a pattern. Everything just goes.
Having access to Nori, and obviously we mentioned other people in this interview, and you can look up the resume, kids. Who do you want to work with? Who's like somebody you just gotta happen? If this is, you know, this is your career, what is like your apex? Who do you want to work with?
Anybody to work. I mean, I'm old school, so I still want to always work with the legends. I want to do a song with Nori. I want to do a song with 50. I want to do a song with Nas. I want to do a song with Busta. You know what I mean? That's first. You know what I mean? You go to the next generation, and of course, J. Cole, Kendrick. You know what I mean?
Nori was the first artist in the game out of my circle to put me on the album. I'm on Nori's first solo album.
Fire.
I got a big platinum plaque for a song that I did with him called The Assignment.
It was fire.
Me, Busta, another kid from Nori, from his Thugger.
Maze or Miss Mussolini.
Maze or Mussolini. Yeah.
Mussolini, word up.
Either one of those.
I ain't
He's
gonna
right.
lie to you. Rewind that bitch back if you got nothing else to do.
Rewind it.
Spliff went in so, but I had fun.
I'm listening to
And I'm gonna keep it real with you. Yes, that was my first outside guy, and Nori didn't hear me rhyme. Like I was transitioning from a street nigga into a rapper, so he didn't even hear me rap. He just fucked with me. He was like, "Yo, can't rap on this beat."
That's love, though.
And he showed the love. What a mother! I got a check and a plaque. Thank you, no.
There you go.
That's real. Be on love sometimes, man.
That's real talk.
All right, so being that you're from the Bronx, I expect certain answers here. One second, let me just get my thoughts together. ADHD's a bitch. And as you get older, Gin Coba is around. I almost want to be the spokesperson. Like Scottie Pippen was the spokesperson 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And where is he at now? He's completely lost. And I feel like I need the same medication. Let's talk to sports. Forget Swift. He has no idea what's going on, which is why I covered sports before he got here. I did. I covered sports. Unfortunately, I covered Breonna Taylor. We'll get back to that in closing. Again, from the Bronx,
Yes.
I'm expecting certain answers. Yanks, Mets.
Yanks.
Knicks, Nets.
Nets.
Okay.
We're gonna have to be realistic here. I would love to cheer for the Knicks. I would love to see the Knicks win a chip. But their organization, they don't know what they're doing back there, bro. They just keep dropping the ball year after year.
The Knicks.
That's his squad. I know this already.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Like,
let you know.
Yeah, good.
Can I just say
My
this?
squad.
I don't know sports like that, but I know this for a fact.
What you know?
This is what I do know for a fact. The Knicks haven't been shit ever since Ewing left.
Correct.
Okay?
And they got rid of him on
Fact,
bad
Back to
though.
what y'all
terms.
talking about.
Fact
now.
though.
Yeah.
Go back. That's when I stopped watching basketball.
And that's the main
And
thing
the
to know about
sports.
the Knicks.
Knicks haven't. Yeah, I'm sorry. The Knicks haven't been shit.
They got a
Ewing
good
left.
squad.
They
They
get
get
the role
next-
seen around the world, and that, that still crushes me.
And they still didn't give Ewing a ring. He don't
can't
even
get a
got a
ring.
You
ring.
can't get an
You have to
honorary
get a
ring. You have to earn it. Like what?
Can't get a ring.
Yeah, but I mean,
Somebody give him one.
Yeah, give him a ring. Yeah, Ewing has a ring now.
Give him one.
Knocking him
Fuck
alone.
out.
You know what I'm saying? Certain players.
I know you gotta earn it, but I'm honestly, the man deserved that shit.
Nobody deserves nothing they don't work for.
He held the Knicks down all by himself for how many years?
It's a
Don't do that.
whole
You had
dub.
Barkley, you had, I'm not Barkley, you had
Holding
Oakley, you had
somebody
Mason,
down
you
and
had
getting a
animals
ring?
in the fucking paint.
Two
And
different
Charles
things.
Smith, fuck him, because he had the most offensive rebounds one game. You know why? Because he kept catching his own fucking missed shot. All right, listen, we do this all night. Giants, Jets.
Giants.
Okay, so I'm not really liking the Nets. I feel your pain. What do you think about the playoffs now? You have, first of all, I'm like a pig in shit. I don't care who's
Yeah.
on. Again, hi LeBron. At some point we're gonna meet. It's gonna be interesting. But I'm proud of you because you're like, he's
No, he's a good
unstoppable.
dude, yeah.
I mean, he's
He's-
unstoppable. He's like a football player with Olaf's on, whatever.
To be that nice for that long is a feat that you don't see all the time. You gotta appreciate greatness while it's there. You know what I'm saying? You can't be to be great that long. That's not an easy feat to do. Like that, who does that? Who's hot for 10 years straight? Who's
You.
in rap? And I'm besides me. But in basketball, boxing, you know what I'm saying? You gotta mind it. Like I never was a fan of Mayweather style. To me, I found it
Oh.
boring as a boxing fan.
Yes.
But you gotta take your
Salute.
hat off,
Yeah,
son, bro.
Salute
To
him.
be that great for that long,
He knows
it's
how to run the
amazing. LeBron James, you gotta admire him. Like to be that great for that long,
Yeah.
to put that much, how much time he gotta put into his own body to make sure that he's ready for work every day.
His trainer costs $1 million a year.
That
So for
starts
me-
up here, bro. That shit is mental.
It's an investment. So that's why he's 36,
Everybody want to shine, but
37.
not everybody want to shine, but not everybody want to
Well,
grind. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And he grinds every day. He at the gym. You know what I mean? Making shit happen.
I respect him. I miss Kobe because I was never a Kobe fan. I'm a Michael Jordan animal. That was my era,
Yeah.
and it's hard to to
And I'm a
compare
Kobe
that.
fan.
I'm not mad at that. When
Yeah.
Kobe, when I was coming home from either Tampa or Vegas. I forget what trip I was coming back from. Thank God I traveled 2 different times, like right before COVID hit. If I would have been so happy waiting for TSA, right? Just waiting online to be molested as you walk through you know what I'm saying? Because that's what 2 hours later. Now you can't go anywhere. I'll give Kobe a pass because when he passed, when I found out, you can't. I was hysterical crying because he was such a big part of the playoffs and the shit I don't watch. All right, it's fair. Okay. Outside of music, if you couldn't do anything else, what would you do? Music's not an option.
I like film. I like videos. Not even just like music videos, just like storytelling. Like if you watch any of my videos, the majority of my videos are like little movies. And I directed it, I edited it, and I shot it myself, So I've always had that shot. When I was younger, I used to write stories. So like if I stop doing music, I'll do something. Like I wrote a mini series, like you know what I mean, like a street mini series, about 8 episodes done. I haven't had the time to actually put that into motion, but that I think I would go in that direction.
I like that because it's the same thing. You're a rapper, you tell a story.
Yeah,
Doing
Alright.
videos as many movies is fun.
man,
As you know, we did a lot of videos like mini movies.
yeah, I'm a fan
I
forever, bro.
love
Buses
doing
top,
that
top
because
10
when you're in your
all time.
video, instead of being in the video looking all tough and shit, you get to play whatever you want to be,
Yeah.
and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, it's the storytelling aspect. You just, you lead somebody somewhere, they don't even know where you're going. You playing with their mind. They don't know what's coming next. They watch on anticipation. That's fun to me.
I know you're not black, which is fine. I'm half.
Why he's not black?
What?
He's Because I hung out before, and whatever.
Puerto Rican.
Right.
So why the fuck he not black?
We had this conversation last show.
Where'd you get your
He's black.
education? No, listen, no.
Because some people
You're
want
not
to be
gonna say that.
called,
No,
you can't-
fuck out of here.
Afro
No.
Latina.
Welcome
Latino.
to Paper Rock Live No Cap Show right now. Let me tell you something. Dominican, Puerto Rican, Haitian, Trinidadian, anything with an N on the fucking side, you are black. Black. African, black, motherfucker.
This makes my argument easier. I was trying to.
She get me so mad with her two-tone ass. You black and white.
I was called racist the other day. I'm like, I can't be. I'm like, I'm telling you the both sides. It's my
What the fuck? One of my thing is that all people of color, we are black people. There's no ifs or ands or fucking nothing about nothing. I hate when somebody go, dude,
Yeah, I know.
I'm black, you Puerto Rican. Nigga, you's a black person.
Alright. So because you're black,
Thank you.
looking at the culture, I asked somebody else earlier in the set how they feel. How do you feel about the current climate that is our country? I don't care about the politics. I care less about Donald and Biden. People know how I feel. Sorry.
Few days before election.
Oh, guys, the debate is Tuesday. Be tuned in. I'm having my tea and my popcorn popped because this is going to be, and this is sad. I want to come back. Please bring me back to the demographic component and how you feel with the current climate and you're pushing a product and what people want to listen to versus what you want to present and how difficult it's been with everybody being fucking killed, right? So we have a presidential election coming up, and whereas Sleepy Joe. That's not it. The Democrats have given us the wrong candidate over and over and over again. And then they're shocked when the Republican. So I've had different conversations, right, and behind the scenes, and it's a mess. Okay, after the election, don't forget Tuesday, tune in. After the election and things settle down, whether it's Biden or Trump, you can go either way, so vote. How are you going to proceed? Because we are in a racially intense climate. We are fighting over money and food, and when everybody here has children.
We're not fighting.
Not here.
Food.
Maybe not here.
Not yet.
Maybe not here.
We gonna know when we fighting over
Not
food.
yet.
You gonna know that.
Not yet. But I'm gonna let you know this much. We not far. We not far from the ruckus. We not far from the ruckus.
Like right now with all the the unemployment and the thing, we haven't felt the effects that's gonna come in a year from now from all the deficit we in. You know what I mean? They're gonna cut jobs.
Nobody ever felt the wrath that's about to come.
No, history repeats itself. You know what I mean? And 100 years ago, we had the Great Depression after the Spanish flu, after the last pandemic, and history repeats itself.
No, this is different.
Yeah.
This is this little Corona thing going on. That was just a distraction. It's a distraction. The plan.
Part of a political agenda, you mean? Like
Absolutely.
No, I don't touch that. Yeah.
Full effect.
I definitely, I fuck with that myself.
Full effect. And guess
I have
what?
my own theory to
So
it.
guess what? Ain't no theory. I'm telling you what the truth is. This is what it is. I don't care if it sounds ignorant as fuck, but it is.
Now you got your own,
In an
everybody got
ignorant
their
world,
own
buddy.
theory.
They coming.
The biggest transition of wealth happened after March 16th.
Yeah. The billionaires got even
So all these
more
people who
money.
sold their stocks more. How about this? Take a
Yeah.
second to do some research. Look at how many CEOs resigned
Yes.
Yeah.
right before this
Yeah.
happened.
Yes.
They knew it was coming. It's dictated,
Yeah,
and we
man,
have
that's a
to
fact.
fall into
They knew it was
order.
coming because they got a fucking, all of them got the tax. They down together. Mobile, McDonald's, all them niggas is homies.
Did you say
They-
McConnell?
I said McDonald's.
Oh, McDonald's. Oh, yeah. Well, that's different.
CEO of McDonald's.
That's different. Well, you have what's his face with the he has a little
Zuckerberg?
no what Zuckerberg's holding Zuckerberg and
Jeff
Bezos. These are people who I respect tremendously because you come up with an idea, you really push. But same thing like with music, you have to respect it. However, when you don't appreciate things, they're taken away. So now you don't have any brick and mortar stores, right?
Yeah.
Everything is online. I'm killing you, because
That's
there's no
over.
margin. There's no margin. Back then you'd have to sell and you'd be flip it by 50% or 40%. So you're seeing your margin because you have to pay rent, employees, electricity. All these numbers don't mean anything. And plus I have to pay you now. They've raised minimum wage, which it should have been higher because the more you get paid, now you can rent an apartment, you can pay your bills. How can I expect you to pay for an apartment when I'm giving you...
Bezos created a monopoly.
And doesn't pay his employees.
He's taking out the bigger companies. Macy's is gonna be going in a couple of years. Kmart's gonna be doing. He took Toys R Us out.
They're looking to come into
You know?
Macy's now, because you have, Macy's is such a big brand. When you look at fireworks or Thanksgiving, this is a staple, especially in New York. I did a Thanksgiving Day parade, I wanted to kill myself. Thought we were gonna die. A fucking helium truck like hit the turn. I was like, we're all gonna die. This is how big it
The Amazon's about to take over the whole
Everything,
world.
the whole world.
Everything.
Everything.
From the posters, from the delivery service, FedEx, UPS, to everything. Everything you could think of, they're gonna take over. They expanded so quick.
Which is the biggest problem. We don't realize that.
I mean, back in the day, like a president like Teddy Roosevelt would have broke up the monopoly.
Had to.
Yeah, but nowadays,
Had to.
all the politicians are backed up by lobbyists, so there's no control. Then the president don't got no control behind that, so they the ones that's calling the shots. So it's too
As
too
long as
far
my
gone.
pocket's aligned, what do I give a
Yeah,
shit?
nobody
And this is
cares.
where we have to start paying attention. Money is flowing, but we're putting money into the wrong people's hands. How much money has Donald, and this is why he's gonna win, I don't give a fuck, you can email me, I get DMs nasty all the time, I'm with it. You have a man who's given black people, depending upon when you signed up, $2,500 to upwards of $10,000 by the $600 a week, or the stimulus check. All these different monies were put in our laps. I've never seen that before. So whereas things are bad, they put so much money to see what are you gonna do with it? Did you open up a business? Or are you wearing Ferragamo, flip-flops? That's what I'm asking you. So Donald has literally put so many black people in a position to open up a business, to buy a home for the first time, and I'm speaking for maybe 50%, who blew a great opportunity, who are gonna complain that they're never giving anything. And the poorest of the poor are
Yeah,
qualified.
but the government coming right back. You remember when we had the pandemic and we gave you that? Yeah, that's why we tax and check.
But wait a second.
Take your income tax.
You had an option
That's
to have the
coming.
taxes taken out up
Yeah.
front. If you didn't have them take the tax out of your check up front,
Yeah.
you're a fucking moron, because if you didn't have it then,
That's
you're not
what
gonna have it,
the-
and they charge you.
Yeah.
It's 8 to 12 points interest on your fucking bill.
Yeah.
They're in essence putting you locked down, you're a whore to the government. Listen.
Slut, whore, slut. Okay, anyway. Everybody get out there and vote.
Yes,
We gotta make a change, cause you know what I mean, if you want different results, you have to make a change. My auntie, she on me so bad about voting, which my personal opinion, I just feel like
doesn't matter.
my vote don't even matter.
There you go.
You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
like they
I
decided.
can't,
right?
I'm not making no excuse. I'm a 6-time felon, but I still could vote.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying that I found out
Feel like
that
everybody decided.
this shit is nothing but a business.
Yeah.
And they are puppets and they are told what to do.
Yeah.
The president don't even get paid. Whatever he get a year, we make that on stages.
He makes $400,000 a year. He makes $400 a year. Donald has taken no salary, like Bloomberg took no salary. That's because he's working all the way behind the scenes.
Exactly.
I don't need $400,000, it's fucking right.
Yeah.
That's all.
Uh-huh.
All I know is going forward, music is responsible for a lot of what we get. Content is king. Can I expect a positive song from you geared towards what we're going through now? That's what I want to hear. I think a lot of people are talking about pandemic and give me something positive. A young lady approached me about doing a song. I hated the whole idea. It was horrible. First of all, it was a rap. She had this little chick on it. The whole thing was horrible. I want to hear something hopeful. I don't think we get a lot of that. That's what's missing. You don't think so?
We need music that get people home.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, we talk the street shit because the street shit still exists. But there's times where we need to feel good.
Yeah.
You need to wake up in the morning and hear some shit that just make you feel that vibe to make you wanna go do something, wanna be something. You dig? A lot of the music is depressing. It's very fucking depressing. Unless it's J. Cole on there. Unless it's Kendrick Lamar or some shit. When Kendrick Lamar be having a new nigga ready to go outside in March.
Yeah.
You know?
The Little Baby joint was fire, the bigger picture.
Yeah, the
Like,
bigger picture.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like one of the first, like, it had such a deep message, but he still made it with that same vibe that's
Yeah,
popping right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like, that's cool.
He got his message across and I'm
Melodic
hats off
way,
for
yeah,
that, yeah.
it still sounds like music.
salute to Little Baby for that right there. I definitely like that one. Yeah. But we need some good music out
This is your time, right? I speak to him all the time. I was hanging out with him all night filming Layup, which Layup is coming out. It's a
What's
hot
that?
fucking mess. What?
It's a video song I have.
Not
I'm
basketball.
shooting
It's Layup.
I'm shooting a bunch of videos,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be one movie.
So they got a theme.
Oh God, help me.
Did I just do that? I don't give a shit. Anybody take from a team and shoot in the blood. Yeah. Period. It's gonna be crazy.
They got a theme. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was doing, I forget, I had a question for you and I'm pissed, but oh, I know what it was. Working with someone like Swift is interesting, right? I teach him things, he teaches me things. With that said, you have a platform here where you can ask him anything you want, and whether it's some just insight or it's a personal question. No cap, so ask away, because this is your time.
Cappy, Pappy.
Let me see where we're at. What will you feel like? What's the best way to network? You know what I mean, without feeling like you're an annoyance to somebody. Because I know all these artists.
I
everybody
know
is-
everybody.
No, not you though.
Maybe I don't.
Maybe,
No, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
you just annoy everybody.
Maybe
Fuck that.
I don't do it enough. I don't think I do the fucking
Yeah.
enough. You know, but I know they ask and keep on. It's like a gnat at the barbecue that won't just leave the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would knock until it works. But sometimes you have to do it a different way. There's so many different ways to approach it.
Then like me, like if I be in I always be in a lot of places where I be performing for people, like everybody, you know what I mean? I open up for everybody and they fuck with me. They tell me, yo, you're fired, boom, boom. And then I don't know how to continue the conversation without feel like I'm like beasting, like, yo, so what's up, guy? And on the track, you know what I'm saying? I play it cool. I be like, yo, thank you, appreciate you. You legend. I'm off this. You know what I mean?
Never feel like they're bigger than you. You do the same shit they do. The difference is that they have a budget. But you doing the same shit they do. So your combo should be regular, just like you kick it with your man. Or any other strange dude that you just met that's doing what you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just letting them know. It's not like you begging them for nothing. You just have them conversing and just conversing, and at the same time, you're picking his brain. Yeah. So yeah, that would work for you, right?
Got it. I dig that.
Anything else?
About it.
Nothing else? You finished? That's something you don't want to ask me a
That's
question?
the main thing. Networking. Your network is your network.
That's it. Let everybody know your Instagram and everything.
QuestCali, everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everything. There you go.
Forget Polo, that's his favorite. Give me an independent designer that you wear.
Independent
Don't take too
designer.
long, that's a bad look.
I don't know. Independent designer. I mean, I do mess with anybody independent. Like I fuck with Fitness For You. Is a spot in the Bronx under the train, and they just fuck with independent niggas. I cop whatever's fire. Like I'm not gonna go be like, I need a Gucci shirt for this.
No, but I don't want
for the
that. I
show.
don't want that. I don't
No,
want
nah, that's not how I rock.
No, we
I go to the store, whatever it looks fire, I want that.
Like my man got a clothing coming out. It's called Active.
Like
I look for that, you know what I mean? I just whatever's popping, you know what I mean? So
Are you a fitted hat person? I see that, there you go, but you have,
snapbacks.
Right.
That hat, this is that hat.
How
Now fitted for you, they got
how
all the
inappropriate
fire.
are you? How inappropriate are you?
That's nice right there.
I'm asking you,
Yeah,
would you
no,
wear the
I
hat?
want that
You
brush.
wear-
So that's
Right.
I might name that my new album.
That's your hat, I'm sorry for, the forehead's, I have a little bit of cover up in there, but as long as your girlfriend doesn't, you just, there you
That
go.
might be my new album
She
right
want
there.
everybody to be a porn star.
It's more fun that way.
Just because you couldn't make it, you want everybody else to
Just
try.
because you couldn't. Did you go to Cali? You guys go to Cali for that.
I've been to Cali. I'm just saying, Cali's a hot mess.
They said no. She went to
Go back to
casting.
New York.
She went to casting.
This is the boy with the bikini top on, and my hands me.
Oh man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They're like, who's this? Come on in here, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just back at it. No excuse to. And you have these people who do the voiceovers, and they talk about the whole sexy on the phone. And guess what? They're gremlins. That's why they're doing phone sex. You know this.
Ugly.
I don't know.
Yeah, I had fun tonight.
I did. I'm sorry. My forehead is all exposed. I should have did this after the
Your
show.
forehead been exposed.
Okay, we're gonna wear this until the end of the set because
I don't know
It's
why you
offensive.
took up that for.
I don't care. I was working all week, and it's a blur.
You saw what you was thinking.
You see what I'm thinking? It's on my fucking hat. But there's no guessing.
I love you. I love coming here every 2 weeks. My host, beautiful Jen,
Next week we have the Legion. I'm sorry, 2 weeks from now we have the Legion and
Yes.
Cortez on deck. It's gonna be a hot fucking mess.
Cortez.
Ralph was supposed to be
Ralph?
here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cortez. Yeah, you know where we from. Ralph was supposed to be here, but he wants to virtual, which I respect. So we'll do that as well.
I don't blame him.
Uncle Ralph. It's fine. He doesn't care about the mic covers.
Everybody,
That's a
What
good
happened?
mic cover. We practice safe speaking.
yeah, you gotta respect everybody's
Absolutely.
opinion on what's going on. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about the mic cover. The
Yeah.
mic cover. It's like,
No.
that's it. That's what I just said. We practice. Right.
I
I did.
I'm talking this. I'm talking the side.
All right. So you gave us your hand.
Yeah, everybody that she
Yo.
tell this to,
QuestCali.
any man that's, any male that's in front of the mic, and she go, yo, that's a mic counter. We go, everybody like this. Yo. Everybody turn the mic this way. Yeah,
Jill
Yeah,
Scott.
so
Let me just say.
no, chill.
Yeah, chill, yeah. You talking
Jill
some other
Scott.
shit.
Woo.
I just want to say this. I'm going to say this real right now. Real. Jill Scott, and it's not like I got it. It's not like, but you saw the video, right?
Yeah,
You saw
yeah,
that?
it was crazy.
You see that?
Jill Scott, nuts.
What? On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Jill Scott head game?
11 and a half.
I don't know. Right. We don't know.
I don't need to sound.
But she definitely put on a show right
No.
there.
By
That's
It look good.
excuse
It look
me.
good. It look good.
By her performance,
It look good.
by her performance,
Listen.
on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give her?
80%.
Her performance is fine, but guess what? When
Sure.
you actually interact with some people, you be like this.
I could respect it though. 'cause
What?
One time I played
Two,
this
she didn't
camera,
spit.
You're
and she wasn't as
trash.
good as she was dancing, and I thought I had a different perception of how I was gonna go
That's
down.
what
Yeah.
you're
You know what I
all
mean?
fit in the group.
I was,
Yeah.
You know, it's
I was
different
thinking this is
ballgame.
going down,
It's
and it was
Yeah.
not that poppy. I don't know if she
The
just.
only one that answered the whole question in here is her. She said, I give that bitch 11.
I'll give her a thumbs up.
No, I hear you. I'm not giving her nothing. She ain't give me nothing.
All right, we gotta go. S Street
That's what I'm
Media
talking about.
has been good enough to host us for the last couple of months. GeoVision shoots everything on the side, which is great behind the scenes footage. Shout out to Split House, who's been sponsoring the set for the last 3 shows. Okay, we'll be smoking this as soon as this thing ends. Shout out to Mr. Bobby Cakes for sponsoring it. You needed to be here like a month ago. This guy walks in with like $500 worth of fucking cookies. My eyebrows were completely falling off my fucking face. So
Yeah.
it was great. Anyway, we gotta go. Tune
Before
in
we
live
go,
in
I
2
want-
weeks.
Before you go, I want to tell everybody, tune in to that new Busta Rhymes Vibes Cartel. Tune in to that Busta Rhymes and Trippie Red. Tune in to that Busta Rhymes and Anderson Paak on all platforms
Yeah,
right
great.
now. With your stinking ass.
All right, kids. Until next week. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Peace and hair grease, panties and drawers, paper.